That's fine. I get that, but you're wrong and I hate you.
You better back off, girlfriend.
Okay. Sorry, it's always a challenge every time I have to do this because Oh, you know what? I didn't change any of my settings back. Hold on, let's see. Manual focus. That. There we go. Now we've got a little bit of control. Alright, let me clear my workspace a little bit. Stupid stick in the way. I'm trying to move this cup and it's just spinning. Corvina, King, Katie, how's everybody doing? In case you didn't see my tweet, we are putting together this cool-ass Rucka Truck Squigbuggy. This was one of my early birthday presents. This one Crystal got me. I have the War Trike that my parents got me as well. But I figured I'd start with this just because I thought it was cool, and you gotta start somewhere, right? So, yeah, that's the plan. Obviously, we have to assemble this bad boy before we can even think about painting or playing with him. So obviously we have our instructions, which we are definitely going to need. There's actually not as many parts on this thing as I thought there would be. The truck pieces themselves are pretty much put together, so that's a good thing. But it's still a lot of steps and everything. I hate that I have to throw away the boxes. I know I'm such a damn hoarder, pack rat, whatever. I was like, I love the boxes and it always pains me when I have to throw them away. Alright, so I really wish I had like a top-down view because it's hard to get the whole area of what I'm doing because like the camera's facing at an angle. So like it's hard to capture the whole. I wish I had one of the arms that came out and like went straight down. Maybe I'll find one in the future on like Amazon Vine or something and we can have a little bit better of a setup here. Alright, so of course it tells you what you need to do this. We've never really done this quite like this. We need our Citadel plastic glue, which we have right here. We need our fine detail cutters, which I have as well. These are also the Citadel brand. Came with the toolkit. They're starting to get a bit dull, but they still work really well. And then our mold line remover, which I do have the Citadel mold line remover. Mine just does not have a handle. I need to see if I can like... Pew pew. I heard that. Been for the box. I know it sucks because I don't want to get rid of the boxes, but I know I have to. I have the mold line remover, but it doesn't have a handle, so I just have to use it as is. I need to see if I can like 3D print a little handle for it. I probably could. Somebody's probably modeled one already. How you doing, Pew Pew? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're doing the Squigbuggy. That's this one. It's like the dune buggy truck thing with all the orcs and the squigs on it. And this will probably all we'll get to do tonight, because I mean these things take a long time to clip out and assemble and everything, because I mean you gotta do all that piece by piece. So, and then here is the base. I hate it when I set these things down because I can't pick them up. As you can see, this is gonna be a pretty big truck. Set that off to the side too. All my poor Dark Apostle and stuff hanging back here. Doing good, that's good to hear. Good to hear. So we're gonna start off with our first page. The instructions won't be in view because I don't have a wide enough screen space to do that. Well, yeah, but I can't keep these in the boxes because then they'll just be giant sheets of plastic. How you doing, Katie? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. We got some new sub badges, as you can see with Pew Pew. So when you get to the higher levels of sub badges past 1 year, when you get to 1.5 years and beyond, you'll get those new bears with the gemstones for eyes. Kami made those for us earlier today. Well, you have a founder's badge. I think you can turn the founder's badge off. I think it's in the settings. Sounds like a personal problem. Over here gathering a ton of stuff. Nice, nice. I had a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy last night. Especially the dungeon, like, that's what I'm saying. If I can do the dungeons like that, where I can just tank for friends, I will do that all day long. Because I had a great time. I got Crystal another Funko Pop. She-Ra on Sparkly Unicorn. Flying Unicorn. I don't know what the name of the unicorn is. I ordered this for... what? Swiftwind. I'd ordered this for, and it was taking forever to come in, and she actually saw it in the store, so I told her, well, just cancel the order and go ahead and buy it, because it was cheaper, too. So yeah, she was very, very happy about this. Royal, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Yeah, I know, as soon as the data center thing is in, we'll be doing some high-level stuff. But I mean, doing the low-level stuff for now is fun. I already clipped that. So tonight we're just doing super chill stream. Gonna try to put together this buggy and just hang out and have a good time. You're welcome. I hear you, Spencer. Well, we'll be here. I appreciate the lurk and the hang. I know. It's exciting times around here. It was. I have to file that down a little bit. Put the She-Ra back in the box. But yeah, I mean, I'm always down to do the low-level stuff regardless. It's still fun just to play together, you know. But yeah, once the DC travel is in, we'll definitely be doing the high-level stuff together. Huh? So basically what I'm doing is once you cut the piece out of the sprue, you got to go through and clean up all the spots where you cut, because obviously it leaves some leftover plastic behind that you got to clean off. What are you doing? Do you need me out there? Do you need my assistance? It is I, the crazy grinding guy. It is not only the crazy grinding guy, but it is the awesome artist who did all of our stuff, our sub badges, our emotes, including our new sub badges, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys support the Kami in all the various ways. Edgy, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. I'm gonna say Sasha a billion times with friends. I love it. That's the thing. It's all about, you know, just playing together, having a good time. Try to remember where I was here. Okay, I think I was doing this. But yeah, once you cut it out, you got to go through, clean off all the excess plastic. Cut that one a little too close and left a little divot there. That was stupid. But it's fine. It's an orc buggy. It's gonna have some battle damage. We'll just pretend that a bullet hit it right there, and it'll be fine. I know, I love the new badges. Don't need no stinking badgers. Well, as long as it fits. Completed 18 raids so far today. Nice. You are killing it, my friend, as always. But yeah, the new sub badges came out really good. I'm super hype about them. Yeah, that's just gonna have to be like a little bullet hole or something because I screwed it up. Wish I had a finer grit thing to sand this with. It doesn't get it real smooth. What are you doing? I didn't think you needed one since you had the plug-in. Yeah. Yes. Alright, hold on. My goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Took a little Pokemon Unite break, nice. Yeah, you can turn off the founder's badge if you want. So yeah, after you remove the excess plastic, you usually sand it a little bit down to just kind of smooth it. And I have my little files, but they're kind of rough. They don't really leave a nice smooth texture, unfortunately. So I end up with like scratches and stuff. Amethyst eyes. I know, I love them. It's nice to finally have the... I don't like having things that don't have a, like having sub-badge slots available and not using them. I felt really weird. And Kami, as kind as he is, took care of that. My goodness. Could have just asked. Trying to get these mold lines off. That's what this little tool does basically. It's just you run it lightly over the mold line and it kind of peels it off. You don't have those awkward lines. They do a pretty good job at putting them in places where you can't really see them most of the time, but some of them stick out like a sore thumb. And the worst is when you miss them until you've already primed and started like painting and everything. Then it's really hard to do anything about them without having to just redo a lot of crap. Oh, does that show the all of them like together? Oh wow, it does. Yeah, they look really good. They do look really good. Yeah, Kami was nice enough to literally jump right on those and get them made up today, so... Of course, then I immediately went and uploaded them all so that they would be here. As most of those of you who are subscribed for a longer time, though, are founders, because you subbed right when I first got my sub button, but we have some folks who aren't founders who are getting up there in months. Alright, so 4 and 5 and 51 are what I need next. Alright, so 51 is right here. Put my clippers back here. Man, I just got hit with the sudden urge to play Final Fantasy Tactics. You guys ever have that happen, like, for seemingly no reason at all? You're just sitting there and like, man, I really want to play this specific game. Just hit me for Final Fantasy Tactics for some reason. Like, man, I could really play that right now. You know, I feel bad for keeping Kami from grounding just so you can get some new badges. I know. So rude. So rude. Pixel art. I know you keep talking about, like, pixel art, saying that you're struggling or, like, acting like it's hard for you, and it just looks so good, it's not even funny. Alright, what am I looking for here? There's 3, but I need 4 and 5. 4 and 5. There they are, right there. Some of these are just, they're really hard to get the clippers in there at all. It's like I try not to clip them too close, but with these ones, like, I don't have a choice. They're right there. I get it with, like, Darkest Dungeon, yeah. I don't know why that happens. It's like I'm just sitting here talking and freaking cutting pieces out, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, I want to play Final Fantasy Tactics. That sounds fun. To be fair, it's never a bad time to play Final Fantasy Tactics, but still. You can see the number of references and guides up when I do it. Hey, I mean, but that's... There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, shoot, I was watching stuff about, you know, tattooing and stuff, and they're like, even the best artists, they'll have their reference up, sitting there right there while they tattoo, even if they're one of the best tattooers, because you want to have that reference there. I can't do anything without a reference. Are you kidding? I can draw really well from a reference, but if I don't have a reference, forget about it. Dad, oh yeah, I know. I keep forgetting to mention that too. I have to remind myself to do it. I know. I need to remember to say something, but I don't see it on my end, so like, I don't think about it. Like design tattoos, can't do blood, doing it on skin. Well, I mean, you don't have to do it to design tattoos. You could just design tattoos. But I mean, all tattoos really are just art. I mean, plain and simple. But I mean, I get what you're saying. It's, you know, if you design something, you want to see it put in action. See, like here, they nicely camouflage the mold lines along these lines, so you don't really see them, but... Cool to see my art put on someone? Heck yeah. Well, I think we told you guys a while back we actually got like a full tattoo kit for free. And I was gonna try to, see if I could learn how to do it, because I'm a fairly decent artist when I have a reference, and I figure if I practice enough with the fake skin, doing that, then maybe I could be good enough to do some more basic things. Not like for reals, but I bet business isn't working as easy as I hoped. I'm forced to sell sheep for now. How are you selling sheep? Is it a sheep mount or a sheep pet? What I was gonna say, Kami, is if I ever get good enough to actually tattoo, I'd get a design from you and tattoo it. Not gonna lie, I mean, I'd have to obviously have somebody else do it, but I had already thought about getting a tattoo of my bear that you drew for me. Just because, like, it's a significant part of my life, It has a lot of meaning to me. So I had thought a lot about that. There we go. Alright, so these connect together. How do they connect together like that? Oh yeah, just like that. My friend, because there's an artist out there who's more accomplished in music videos as a professional illustrator too. It has the exact same name. Forename and are you kidding me? Really? I don't know much. Like, I'm not real big into the scene, so I don't really know anybody. That's crazy. It's like, oh my god, you're that guy? I was like, no, I'm not that guy. I feel that, Kami. Okay, Glue, could you not do that, please? Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, sorry, the UPS man was here. So everyone, I was researching Futures Project in uni. Real slap in the face. Yeah, I gotta actually get practice before I even think about tattooing anybody. I'll use myself for practice before anybody else. Crystal said I could practice on her too, but... When/if I get to that point, That would be about the only people who I would tattoo, would be like family and close friends who were willing to let me, knowing that I'm absolute amateur. Change your IRL name to Kami. There you go. Funny enough, when I meet friends IRL, both here and internationally, they call me Kami still. Yeah, I feel that. Use orange. Oh, really? That's a good idea. I mean, the kit came with like a couple pieces of fake skin, like the synthetic skin, so it has stuff to practice with, but... Alright, so we need this to look like this. And then this piece, I guess, just slides right onto there. It's weird, it shows this facing like this, but wouldn't you want the detailed part to be facing up? I guess not. Yes, thank you, Alexa. I know that the stuff was delivered. I was there. I don't have customers. I got family. Exactly. Yeah, like, I don't think that's a good thing that you don't have customers, that you only have family. That doesn't seem like something I would brag about. Some glue. And then put this guy on there. And get... Yeah, I've actually heard that, edgy. I mean, like I said, I've literally used the machine one time just to hook everything up, make sure it worked. Yeah, I did a little bit of doodling, small doodling on that fake skin, just to, again, make sure it all worked. Because like I said, I got the kit for free, so I figured... Well, actually, Crystal found it and figured, why not? But I mean, it'd be fun. I have things that I would like to get tattooed. I have 2 tattoos already, but I would like to get more. Yeah, it was free. The whole kit was free. It came with like 4 machines, needles, ink, the skin, transfer sheets, like literally everything. Learn to draw on self using non-toxic markers to get used to drawing on contours. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think my main concern is that the fact that, you know, when you tattoo, it's permanent. Like, that's the thing that concerns me, is you don't want to practice on a real person when you could mess it up. And then they're stuck with that. It's 3, and then 14 is, it looks like a grill piece, I guess. Yeah, this piece right here. It's a big old thick cut that I need to make right there. So hidden. Well, yeah, that would be like once I got to the point where I felt comfortable tattooing on real skin, I would probably do, yeah, like something like my upper thighs or something that like nobody besides, you know, Crystal's ever gonna see. I literally can't even get my clippers in here. What the hell am I gonna do? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Takes a few days to wear off. See if you like it enough to keep it. Boom, tattoo idea. Yeah, there you go. I know, Katie. That's what I'm saying. I want more tattoos. I have the same 2 that I've had forever. Like 20. One for over 20 years and one for close to 20 years. What are these pegs for? They don't show me. I guess they're just part of the sprue because I don't see those in the grill, so I guess we actually cut that off. Well, let's cut it off from the whole piece first. And the whole sprue, and then figure that out. I have 0, they're expensive. Well, the ones that I got, our neighbor in Michigan was a tattoo artist, and he did mine for super cheap. On the super cheap. So like the one tattoo I have, I got for like 25 bucks, and the other one was 50 bucks. I'm trying to like, I feel so cramped sometimes. Try to get. I've only got 20 years ago, super faded. Yeah, she already told me that she wanted me to touch that up once I got good enough to actually do skin. 27 years ago, I had my test, and that makes me feel, hey, like I said, my first one was about to be 21 years ago, so. I scraped that a little. These are really hard to clip off, man. There's not a lot of wiggle room in here. Yeah, I know. I could make you a hell no, kitty. Here, I'll get my arm in there for you to. No, you can't see it. I have a tattoo up here. That was the first one I got. It's super faded now. You can see my white arms from my farmer's tan. I have a wolf on the one arm, and the other arm is an eagle wrapped in an American flag. That's the 2 that I have. Fairly, you know, generic tattoos that you get when you're young, and you're just like, yeah, I like wolves. I'm gonna get that. And I like America. I'm gonna get that. But the thought that went into those. Mine haven't faded much considering the age, and the red's still bright and the black's still mostly black. Yeah. That's what actually the pharmacist the other day was like, I like your tattoo, and I was like, oh, thanks. I got that almost 20 years ago. And she's like, wow, I can't believe it still has all this red and stuff. The red held up really well in the blue, but the yellow, obviously, and the beak and stuff faded. But yeah, my other one, the black, is super faded in it. Imagine liking America. Hey now. Got all these EU people in here. Don't be hating. Jokes on younger people. I still like... Oh, I mean, I love wolves. Wolves were my favorite animal. That's why I got it. And I still do love wolves. It's just the point of, like, you know, when you're young and you get a tattoo, it's very just, oh, that's cool, I want to get that. Versus when you're older, you're like, if I'm going to get a tattoo, I want it to have some form of meaning to me. Dude, these spikes are actually really sharp, man. What the hell? You get impaled by my model here. Big no concern like a neck on her skin is like 4 colors of pink. Yeah. Yeah, and she even said that the guy told her that the pink was gonna fade, but she liked it, so. Tattoos 20 years old. Oh, yeah. I mean, most of us all got our tattoos a super long ass time ago. I mean, yeah, tattoos are expensive, especially, you know, a good sized tattoo that's got a lot of detail from a good artist. You know, good artist is going to cost what he's worth, so. I always had something I wanted to get done for like the last, gosh, probably like 10 years or so, but I know it's going to cost an arm and a leg, so I've never even really thought about doing it. They're faded badly, yeah. The guy was like, those are bad choices, they're gonna fade in a few years, but I did it anyhow, yeah. That artist my family used to always hit Easter eggs in his tats, like the spot on the chin or adding something else, and he did them so well you wouldn't notice unless you studied close. Yeah, mine made me feel bad, because like I said, he was a family friend that lived across the street from us. And when I went and visited years after I got my tattoo, he looked at me and he was like, man, I've gotten so much better since then. And I'm like, bro, that does not make me feel good. Thanks a lot. Oh, well, you didn't have to get up. Or we can send it back if you want. You know Amazon be doing that shit. They don't care. They don't give a shit about anything. Ow, I keep poking myself on these damn spikes. I have no idea where that went now. Found it. Katie, if you're watching, Crystal wanted me to show you this because she got it with part of her birthday money, because it's part of the Tokidoki ones, like the other one she got while we were there visiting. So she wanted you to see it. Apparently this girl loves donuts. I mean, I like donuts too, don't get me wrong. Well, I know, because everything's so blown out. I don't have good lighting. What do you want me to say? The entire back done by the same guy, still looks really good. Told him he'd have it taxidermy times. He spent a lot on it. No shit. Yeah, for a whole back piece, I can imagine. I wanted to get a sleeve done, which, I mean, I won't be able to get a whole sleeve because I have both of my tattoos are on my upper, like, bicep area. But I had an idea of something that I wanted to get, but I knew it was going to cost so much to get basically my whole arm done, so I just never even bothered to go any further with it. And sorry, Crystal's opening packages in the background. Oh, it's fine. So yeah, I've only ever been tattooed by one guy, and I don't even know where he lives anymore, to be honest with you. Oh, now they would come, of course. Well, put them off to the side for Christmas, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to get a, whatever I could as a sleeve around my other tattoo, or if it could be covered, because I wouldn't mind it if it was covered. But I know sleeves are super expensive to do, so I was like, no, I'm not even going to bother looking that up, because that's just going to upset me. This is just throwing plastic pieces everywhere, man. I'm just trying to get the damn mold line. It's the worst place ever for a mold line. They did a really bad job with this one. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Price is now here really stupid high. I don't fancy traveling country to go get a tap from the guy who did mine. Where are you at, if you don't mind me asking? You just give like a vague general area. I honestly haven't gotten prices around here just because, again, I know that what I want would be really expensive, so. Ireland, oh wow, okay. Very cool. Well, I live in the United States, in Georgia, so. But the guy who did my tattoos when I lived in Michigan. Yeah, we have quite the worldly audience tonight. Between you and Pew Pew and Kami and... I know, there's always a lot of box trash. Damn packages, man. That's near you, Kami. Yeah, I was gonna say UK. Plymouth, UK. Oh, hold on, I'm coming. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Oh. Are those the actual K-cups? Oh. These damn mold lines in between these spikes are gonna drive me up a freaking wall, bro. Oh my god, Games Workshop. I was just saying how you've gotten better at your mold lines and then you do this. Brian lives in Hawaii now? How the hell did I miss that? If that's the case, then yeah, I'm definitely not getting another tattoo from him ever. Alright, so... those have nice... I always like it when they have those nice grooves. Well, I mean, not poor Brian. If he lives in freaking Hawaii and has his own tattoo shop in Hawaii, then clearly he's doing fairly well for himself. Poor me. Poor me not being able to get another tattoo from him. Slide that up in there. I like when things have grooves, it makes it so much easier. Yeah, that's the other thing, man. You gotta trust whoever's doing your tattoo. Like, if you're gonna use somebody that you've never really met before or used before, you gotta do your research and make sure that they can not only do good work, but that they can do the style of like tattoo that you want to get. Because I mean, some artists are really good at some stuff and not good at other stuff. So, I mean... any funky gubbins? What is a funky gubbin in the interior of that buggy? The snaz wagon has beer cans and bottles, and the shock jump has a... oh, really? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. This is the first one I'm doing. I have a trike, the whatever trike. I got that as a birthday present too. This was a birthday present from my wife. And then I have the bikers that I already did a while back. I have the the set of the war bikers. So I'm trying to get like a little speed freak thing going. Lived in Montana, had a shop. Okay, I knew that part. But Hawaii does pretty well. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do pretty well for yourself to be able to live in Hawaii. I hear the cost of living is quite high. But yeah, Edgy, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out then for anything neat and interesting while I'm doing this. Yeah, Gizmo. Oh, block it, hold on. Or you could just YOLO and pay the drunk guy behind the supermarket. Hey, that could be me one day. Contact Tag 2 Studio in Australia when I was going to visit. None of them did color, just black and white. Ah. Work is done. Nice, Royal. Got Old Metal Warbike first edition, second edition plastic. Also the Modern Warbike's nice. So Edgy, I'm brand new to Warhammer. I literally just started collecting and painting and stuff at the end of March, beginning of April. So about 4 months now. So I'm very new to all this. Oh no. Oh no. We were a little bit glued there. I left a fingerprint. It'll be okay. I didn't realize my glue ran so much out. I'm gonna have to fix that up. That's fine. This is all fine. Gotta run to the bank. I gotcha. Old Gizmo. Spaz, what's up, dude? How you doing, my friend? Much love. So yeah, my first kit back at the end of March, beginning of April, was actually an Age of Sigmar kit. These guys. Hold on, I'll just pull focus here. So these were my first kit that I ever did. First miniatures I ever painted in my entire life. Back about 4 months ago. So these were the first ones I ever painted. A whole set of the Oruk Art Boys. You know, little drummer guy. They're kind of dusty because they've been... I don't have an enclosed case to put them in, so yeah, those were the first ones I ever painted. Then I got a 40K boys kit. That was my second kit, were these guys. And this is actually the first one of that second kit that I painted. And then I decided at that point that I'm going to stick with 40K. And I started collecting more and more 40K models. So after I completed that, after I did all the boys is when I did the War Bikers, which I already showed you one of. Then I did my Pride and Joy Gaz, my favorite model still that I own. I did him at the beginning of June. Yeah, beginning of June is when I painted Gaz. So when I painted him, I had been painting for about 2 months. And I think for only have painting for 2 months that I did a pretty damn good job on this guy. I don't usually pat myself on the back for my own work, but I think for only painting for 2 months that I did a pretty damn good job on him. It doesn't hurt the fact that his model's freaking awesome. So yeah, he's my pride and joy right there. Started in 1983. Scrap it painting. Joe used to make 28mm, which I used to buy for D&D. Then I ended up getting into 40K. Then I had an industrial action in the late 90s and stopped. Then got back into it 4 to 5 years ago. I had friends that were really into it back like in the 90s and stuff, but I didn't really get into it, and my family really couldn't afford it either, so that didn't help. But so yeah, I never really got into it until recently. Yeah, Spaz, it costs a lot. And then King, one of my mods here, a friend from the stream, bought me this guy who I just finished painting, Boss Snickrot. I actually just finished him on Monday. So he's my most recent painted mini. I used some pieces of aquarium plant and painted him up wanted to make him look like he was stalking through the jungle, you know. So I just finished him. Thank you again, King, for this awesome model. I had a really fun time painting him, and he looks awesome. And then I've done some like D&D minis too. Like I did this guy also a few months ago. Dusty. I really like how he came out. I did my own color scheme. He was supposed to be red with like fire weapons and stuff, but I went with more of like a... God, sorry, he's so dusty. I went with more of almost a like Warcraft themed paint job for him. I've been busy in my 4 months. Definitely been busy. Old metal one, but not the very first one. I saw the very first Gaz. Yeah, it was massively different from what he is now. Used to go washing cars and make Warhammer money. Yeah, when I was young and mowing lawns and stuff, I was buying like Nintendo games and shit. I mean, I do wish that I had gotten into this sooner, because like I said, I had friends when I was a kid that were into it, and then I have another friend who is still into it, who I didn't meet until way later, and he was always showing me his stuff, and I really liked it, but I still just never was like, yeah, I don't know, it's expensive, and I don't really know if I'd be good at it, and I just kind of shrugged it off. But now, of course, I'm like, man, if I had started sooner, I could have had all that more practice in. You're sometimes my favorite. Alright, so I need that piece. I need a little saw blade. This guy up here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially like when you first start off, the cost is pretty high, because when I first went into the store to see about it, when I finally decided, hey, I'm gonna look into this, I made probably a mistake by telling the store clerk at it was like a Warhammer tabletop whatever comic book store. I made the mistake of saying, yeah, I've had friends into Warhammer, they've been trying to get me to start, so I think I'm finally gonna get into it. And he just went crazy, man. He was like, oh man, you need, okay, here's what we're gonna do. And he's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I like orcs, I play Warhammer Online, I play an orc, and I've always thought the orcs were cool. It's like, okay, we're gonna get you these orcs, and you need some primer, you need some glue, you need this, oh yeah, you're gonna need all these paints, you're gonna need, like, he had grabbed probably like $200 worth of stuff. And I was like, dude, no, don't do it, please. And yeah, so he saw pretty quickly that I was kind of overwhelmed. He was like, yeah, you know what, if you're just looking to start out, why don't you go ahead. He's like, if you know you like orcs, why don't you get the models, get some glue, some paint and stuff, or some primer, like just the basics you need so you can see how it is to assemble them and like prime them and stuff. And then you can come back in, decide what you want to get for paints, like what color scheme you want to do. I was like, okay, that's fine. And that was literally like 2 days later, I ended up going to the other store, the local store here in town, and I bought some paints and other things, brushes that I needed. What? What? And the rest, as they say, is history. What am I looking for again? 17. What's 17? There's 18. 27. 19. I hate when I have these moments where I just feel like I'm probably going past the part. There it is, 17. It was right there in between this part. That's why I didn't see it. I'm probably going past this part over and over and not realizing it. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much all it took to get me hooked. Once I finished the Age of Sigmar orcs, I was like, yeah, I'm loving this. This is really fun. I can see myself doing this for a while, so I got the orc 40k orc boys, and I got some more paints, and I just kept going and going and going, and here we are now. I've got a small orcish army that's about to be huge. What are you doing over there? You're weird. Huh? What? Confused. What are you talking about? Oh, it was a joke. I don't have any others. This is why my orc army is about to get a lot bigger. I can't even show this to you guys. It's too big. That's what it is. I got 26 miniatures in here to do. It's my upcoming project along with everything else. Its box is huge. It's massive. I've got the trike. I've still got some other chaos units to do. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Yeah, I got the Beast Snaga Orc Army Kit, 26 minis, new codex. If I ever actually get around to playing Warhammer besides just painting shit. Data cards, all that fun stuff. I'm gonna need to change this blade soon. So yeah, orcs and chaos are what I've been doing so far. Chaos Space Marines. Only because I wanted something besides orcs to do, so I wasn't just always doing orcs all the time. So I got the Chaos Start Collecting box, and I started doing Chaos units, so I've got all the, Chaos Space Marines. I think it came with 10 Chaos Space Marines, 2 Obliterators, 2 Greater Possessed, the Venom Crawler, which I still have to do, the Master of Possession, which I still have to do. And then I've got a Dark Apostle kit here to do, and I have it's like Vex Machinator or something, Archlord Discordant that I got a while back that I still need to do. That was gonna be my next big project. No, thank you. It was gonna be my next big project until I got all these things for my birthday. So then I'm like, well, I've been doing chaos for a while. Well, this will be a good opportunity to switch it up and do some orc stuff. Huh? Are you talking mad shit? I feel like you might be. Yeah, I'm always happy to meet fellow Warhammer fans as well as especially orc players, because orc painters. So I usually try to come on, wow. And a lot of times when I try to like look up stuff for Warhammer, it doesn't seem like it's easy to find people who are really into orcs, which is weird. At least on like Twitch and stuff, because I try to watch other people who stream Warhammer stuff. Oh, we know, Pew Pew. We know how you feel about the Warhams. One faction fights against the other faction because of war things. Yeah. Exactly. Exactamundo. Alright, so those parts are relatively cleaned up. Looks like this is gonna go right here. That's easy enough. So I love when the parts have those nice little slots so you don't have any guesswork on where it goes. It's just bam, right there. Well, I can do it after work. We just already had a project to do after work. Huh? Oh man, so how's everyone else's day going? Right, so this, make sure the saw is facing the right direction. That would be embarrassing. Kill saw doesn't do much good if it's facing backwards. Alright, what finally got full level 80 crafter gear. Nice, dude. That's very, very nice. Alright, and then this piece goes... Oh, that's like the little gear shifter. That's cool. Yeah, go in there. Go in there. Damn it. It went in there so smoothly before, and now it's like not wanting to go down in there. I guess it's all the way down in there now. Yeah, that was nice of you. I don't know where she went. Me too. Taryn got a fair bit done on a commission, but had to push himself, so it tired me out. I hear you. I feel that. Welcome back. Because of my tax trunk for my first COVID check. Oh shit! Congrats, man. I know that's got to be a good feeling. We've just been chatting about the war hams, the hams of war, and trying to get our little thingy here.
Which means Zorvax love, Zorvax love, Zorvax love, Zorvax love, Zorvax love, Zorvax love.
Royal, thank you for the 1,000 bits. You just hit 40,000 bits total spent in the channel. The absolute mad lad. Please get some love in the chat for Royal being so kind. I'll put some love in the chat. Thank you so much, dude. That's very kind of you. 40,000 bits. That's crazy talk. It's like, what? That's like $400. Shit. It's like when you think about it that way, even though it's a smaller number, it just like, damn. Smaller than 40,000, like, you know what I'm saying. It's like, damn. I appreciate it very much, sir. Very, very, very much so. When I do get my Twitch check, I will. First thing I do is I'll go and I'll pre-order Endwalker, since I know part of what you've given in bits, because you've given more than enough, was for Endwalker. Endwalker and game time, since I'll need game time at some point. I'd still have, I think, like a month of game time, over a month of game time, but get ahead, so I have it. Need to pre-order New World and Endwalker. I'm on the fence with New World. Like, I really feel like I will enjoy playing it. But I think I might wait till it goes on sale before I pick it up. Forgot about the game time. Yeah, I mentioned it again last night, but yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I be's telling you. You've already done too much. And I mean, I greatly appreciate it. I just don't want you to, I don't want you to be like, oh man, have one of those moments. I have one of those moments where it's like, man, did I actually spend that much? Good gravy. Sorry, I know I keep getting out of frame. I'm just, it's not really like you're missing anything. I'm literally just scraping plastic off. It's hard to, because I've got everything sitting here, so I'm holding it up. So like I'd have to move the whole sprue, and then I could set my hand down and actually work down here. But I mean, all you're gonna miss is me sitting here scraping mold lines off and stuff. It's It's more so just about hanging out with you guys and chatting while I do this. I mean, you don't need to do anything else. Like I said, you've already done more than enough. I need to figure out what I'm gonna stream on my birthday, because for freaking once, my birthday is actually on a Sunday, so I have free time. Crazy, I don't have to work, like... So I was thinking, like, we could do some multiplayer games, I mean, obviously, we'll probably play some Final Fantasy, do some dungeons. Probably play some retro games, because I haven't done that in a while, and I think that would be a treat. This one, right? Number 10. But yeah, I want to make a day of it. Well, that's good, man. Like I said, just worry about you, because I know that it's easy, can be easy to get carried away. Carried away with your kindness. But yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions, so I know we can do some Final Fantasy dungeons that day. I'll probably fire up the retro games and stuff. Maybe we can do some kind of multiplayer game. Oh, Crystal was talking about Among Us again the other day. Could do that for old time's sake. Because that's a fun game that people can play for free on their phones and shit. You know what you did. I said maybe we could play some Among Us on my birthday. Yeah. I was saying it was a good option because people can play it on their phones for free. Because usually the barrier when it comes to playing multiplayer games is whether or not people have the game and can join in. Thanks, Zorvax Bob. Also, I haven't uploaded anything in like a week and a half. I will get to it, but I do the YouTubes as well sometimes. I want to start kind of incorporating this stuff a little more into my YouTube if I can, but I haven't really figured out how to yet, because I'm still such a Warhammer noob that I feel weird trying to like make a Warhammer video. People will be like, this guy's a phony. He's a big fat phony. Yeah, that was what made me think of it, because that's always a good game, because people don't have to actually like buy it. You can just download it on your phone and play. I remember the last time we all played together, we had a lot of people join us. Oh yeah, Animal Crossing too, of course. Well, what I'm trying to do is plan it to where I don't have anything to do that day. So like maybe we can do an extra long stream. Or either that or split it, do like an afternoon stream and then a night stream too. That's it, Animal Crossing you. Oh, canvas painting for like 20 bucks. Oh. I need to do some more painting. Actual painting, like oil painting. Hey, that's gonna look like a truck here real soon. Or a buggy. Alright, so let's... Yeah, I'm a sucker for stuff like that, man. Video game merchandise. all day. All day long. Merchandising. Alright, we'll hold that down. And then we'll be on to the next part. We're actually making pretty good progress on this. It's going a little slower than normal since I'm streaming and I'm paying attention to, you know, chat and talking and stuff. But, like, you can see, like, this is an in-depth hobby, man. Like, just before you guys see me paint anything, this is what I'm doing. Like, cutting all these and doing all this. It's, like, a very involved process. Good way to track bits you get. I'm trying to put all on your rhythms, trying to make sure I'm not overspending with a new job, you know me. Yeah, well, I know between the other day and now today, you've given 3,300 bits. I'd have to look in my dashboard, my Twitch dashboard, but I'm pretty sure I could figure that out. It's been a good bit though, I know, because you gave me enough in bits to pay for Endwalker already before any of that. So, yeah, that's why I'm trying to tell you to be cautious. You guys don't need to do anything for me for my birthday. I appreciate you being here and spending time with me. I need to, like, get back into practicing acrylic. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to do oil instead of acrylic. I got some oil paints for free, which was part of it, but I don't know, just trying new things, man, you know? I gave my mom a painting that I did. She really loved it. He's a guitar racing. Posted pics are huge. If I had 20 bucks to waste, so for sure I've gotten one. Let me open Discord and look. That's what she said. Yeah, probably around there. I'd say 75 or 80 Royal. By the way, if anybody's still out there lurking, we do have a Discord server. I share Warhammer stuff, we talk about games, we talk about all kinds of fun things, so if you would like to join, there's the link. Scroll down here, Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, those are cool. See, I love stuff like that. Yeah, you've already done enough, man. This is why I'm a bad streamer, because, you know, I'm sitting here telling people actively not to give me money. I'd never make it. I'd never make it. Wow, yeah, they don't look nearly that big on the picture. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they cost that much. Yeah, for sure. I know. And the other kill saw. Where's the other kill saw? There it is. Showing discard. Most epic father Ted priest ever? Huh? What? Cool. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, we posted a lot about a lot of stuff, so, you know, just, forewarned, you might have to turn off notifications. I do, except for when people at me or whatever. But yeah, I post, like, all my Warhammer stuff in there, all my paint jobs, and we just talk about stuff and all that. And of course there's game channels if you play any specific games like Final Fantasy or Warcraft or whatever. Yeah, the only other person who really talks Warhammer with me is my buddy Raven. Go. Right. There's a sitcom about priests on an island off the Irish coast. It's actually a documentary on a rural Irish life. Okay, I was just confused. I was like, what? Father Ted? Priest? What? That makes a little more sense now. I gotcha. Yeah, feel free to, like, I want to see your minis and stuff. Like, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. We've got that Warhammer Miniatures channel. Share away, because I always feel like I'm the only one ever posting anything for Warhammer. Yeah, the Final Fantasy channel's been popping off lately with everyone playing again. Yeah, same with me and the Pokemon channel. Alright, let's work on getting these little bits off. The UK Irish humor total we're checking out. Father Ted, I gotcha. I've watched a little bit here and there, things that I've seen, you know, online, but not a whole lot. I have a hard time really watching a whole lot. Because normally when I have free time, I'm either streaming, or I'm painting and streaming, or I'm doing this and streaming, or I'm playing games and streaming. So when I actually do have some free time when I'm not streaming, I can watch stuff. I have to normally pick stuff that I've already watched because I can't pay too close attention while I'm working on things because the attention span isn't always there. If I'm trying to watch something I've never seen before while I'm doing this or painting, I'm not going to be doing a great job of paying attention to it. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a challenge kind of transitioning a little bit to doing Warhammer since I've been doing gaming for like 5 years, live streaming. So like trying to get into hobby stuff and whatnot now has been a little bit of adjustment, but cause most of my friends online, like that I know through Twitch and other things, like they don't care about Warhammer, so when I post things, it's just kind of like whatever. So I'm trying to also meet folks who are interested in Warhammer, so I have friends on both sides of the aisle to talk with about shit. Cause like with the Beast Naga Orc box that I got, like I was so super hyped that I was able to get that. Cause I actually had it reserved at my local store, and then I ended up not getting it because they had like 10 people who had put their name down for it. And then everyone found out, oh, each store is only getting 4 boxes, so they didn't have enough boxes to give everyone one. And I was number 5 on the list, so I got screwed. But then I lucked out and found it somewhere else. But most people didn't really, know why I was so hyped about it. Where is my thingy? I was so bummed. I was talking to Crystal for days about how upset I was that I didn't get my orcs, man. I was super bummed. Show some pics, my guys, my painted orcs. Alright, let me take a look here. Oh man, that's sick. I love that, man. The detail, the checkerboard on the claw, that's so cool. Scroll down here. Yeah, I mean, you can you can always tell like when somebody's been painting a super long time, like into the hobby for years and stuff. It shows, man. That looks awesome. Painted orcs, some vintage metal minis. Wow. I gotta open that in like big screen. Those are so cool. I don't think I've ever seen the old bikers before. I love it, man. It's so cool to see like the mix of the older models and the newer models. I want some commandos so bad, dude. But I want like, you know, they've got the Kill Team box that's coming out that has the new commandos in it. And I'm wondering, like, are they going to sell those separately at any point? Because those are really cool, but I don't want to buy a whole damn Kill Team box for some Orc Commandos. Growing progress. Batch painting. Oh man, those are so cool. How hard is painting the metal ones in comparison? So I haven't painted any metal ones yet. Been looking at Space Wolves, Fiance Semi Pics, and Mech Wolves sound amazing. Yeah, I know some folks who do the Space Wolves and stuff. They seem to like them. I've just never been into the Space Marines as much as everyone else seems to be. It's not that I don't think they're cool by any means, because obviously they're Space Marines, they're cool, but... I guess just because I like the brutish bad guys. I'm gonna do the Chaos Space Marines and the Orcs, so... I put the little door on there. The other detail I had my wrist severed at work, hence having a long break because I thought I couldn't do it anymore. Ouch. I bet that's rough. I have arthritis and stuff. You can see like how my fingers are really crooked and like my fingers kind of turn in, and then like this one's got the bad zigzag, and like I have arthritis that I have to deal with, but nothing near as bad as that. Dinner time for me if not that quick at the end of the stream. Alright, Royal. If I don't see you, have a good evening, my friend. Thank you again for the bits. I do very much appreciate it. Alright, so this is my other kill saw, which should have a spot. I guess does it fit right in there? I feel like it should, but I mean it's definitely where it goes. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, it goes in that little spot right there. That was pretty much the same, but heavier to hold. Some minis are amazing detail, others not so much. Oh, okay. I just wonder, because I mean, I've never painted any of the metal ones, obviously. Since I just recently got into it. I don't know why I didn't put some on here. Fun mini painting is really good therapy, wish I had known years ago. Oh, that's good. that's something that I do think about sometimes with my hands. Like, I hope that I can always do this, because I mean, in the 4 months since I've started, I literally haven't stopped doing it. Like, I've always been in progress of either building something or painting something or whatever, so I feel like I'm going to be doing this hobby for quite some time. All right, this is starting to take shape. What do we got next? Oh, the bed of the truck is next. Okay. But that's really cool, man. I love your models. They're super cool. Definitely continue to share anything and everything, your own stuff or stuff you think is cool or whatever. So I'm always happy to talk about Warhammer. And yeah, if you scroll back through the channel, you can see other stuff that I've painted. I always post my in progress pictures and stuff, because I asked before and a couple people said they do like to see it, like my work in progress. So like as I was painting Snickrod, I was posting every day that I painted, like what progress I made during that paint session and whatever. So I like to see the same from other people. I like to see people's paint jobs and things come together. I know Raven's been into it a long time too. He has a lot of models. And my buddy Warfiend, who he's not really active in Discord in the stream, but he's an IRL friend that I've known since I was like 16, so known him forever. He also paints. He's part of the reason I got into this, is because he was always sending me his pictures of stuff he was working on. He's working on like 5 different armies at this current moment, from what he told me. I know he sent me some pictures of Space Marines and some Tau and forget what else. That's not a nice sound, is it? I would have hobbies for me by the end of the workday. I don't want to be creative. I don't blame you, Kami. 100%. I can only imagine. I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because I didn't have any kind of creative outlet, period. I worked and I played games and I streamed, and streaming was kind of a creative outlet, but still not really. Not in the same way that like this is. This is so cool, man. This thing is awesome. Alright, so this, so I need some there. And then this fits. Trying to see where the glue points are so I can make sure to glue it down nicely. All right. Man, I've been going now for like an hour and a half, and I feel like we still have so much to do. For being one single sprue, there's a lot to do on here. Plastic bits. But it's actually starting to look like a buggy now. Well, tough. Pew Pew always coming in with the tough love. Alright, first page is officially done. On to page 2. Ooh, steering column. Nice. That's right here. I think what I'm gonna do is, like, once I put this thing together, I don't think I'm gonna prime it right away. I think I'm gonna try to make some other stuff too, and I'll just prime it all together. The next piece is gonna be 11, which is this guy right here. So I have other stuff I need to paint. I need to work on another chaos unit really before I paint this thing, but I wanted something. I didn't really feel like painting tonight, so I figured this would be a nice side activity of something I needed to do that I could work on tonight. And then when I feel like painting, I'll work on one of these mini chaos units I have sitting here. Either the Dark Apostle or the Venom Crawler or the Master of Possession, something. So I was saying the other day, I'm not really going to need another model for a long-ass time, because I've got so many now. I counted them all up, and it was like 48 unpainted models now. So this is enough to keep me busy for quite some time. Hate when the mold lines are on these textured surfaces, because it's like you gotta get the line off, but also you don't want to scrape any of the detail off. It's like when they do mold lines across knuckles on units. It's like, really? I gotta scrape his knuckles and hope that I don't basically ruin his fingers. Alright. Forgot this one I need to do too. This actually I needed to do. This is the one I gotta glue first, so. You're still playing 14 right now, Pew Pew and Kami? Kami, are you still doing raids? Are you still grinding? Alright, hold on. Let's see. So steering column sits on top, right? Shmia, in this little recess. Ooh, that's kind of... Not a real big fan of how that goes in there, but okay. No, that can't be right. It's upside down. What am I doing? I'm like, wait a second. That makes much more sense. You didn't see that. Nobody saw anything. Okay? You saw nothing. Couldn't have been me. Number 27. You're an animal. You are Pew Pew. Nice, nice. Sorry, I know I'm like interrupting what you guys are doing every time I ask you a direct question. Man, there's so much detail to paint on some of this stuff. That dashboard is gonna be... I almost kind of wish I wouldn't have put that in, because that's gonna be a lot of little details to paint. And then where's this going? This is going... Oh, well, this piece in the middle apparently is just sprue. I'm noticing that's a hole in the picture, so we actually got to cut that out. I was like, what's this weird crossbar for? Like, that's why. It's not actually supposed to be there. I can multitask. I know, I always feel bad, like, when I know somebody's playing, because I know sometimes it's hard for me when I'm watching a stream to play a game at the same time, because then when people ask me something, I'm like, hold on. I'm still here, I can't answer right this second. Of course, if anyone else is still lurking, you know, I appreciate you being here. You don't have to talk. If you choose to talk, I'm glad to talk to you. All right. So now this goes on here. Like this? Oh yeah, because that's the back of the seat. Starting to look like something. Fairies are single bosses, and I do the same thing every time, so it's easy to heal and talk. Cool. I just like to chat. It's like one of the most fun parts about actually streaming while I do this. I know it can be boring to watch, but for me, like, it gives me something to do while I do it, because I get to talk to everybody. Well, I don't hate assembling the models. I know some people straight up hate doing the assembly part, which I can understand. I don't hate it. It's not as fun as painting, but it's still, I think, a fun part of the process. The data center needs to be here now. Yes, it does. We need data center travel ASAP. All right, we got most of a buggy here. Welcome back, Royal. That was quick. All right, on to the next part, which is, ooh, tires and sidebars. So first, tires are, oh, they're all labeled as 2. I guess it doesn't matter which tires you use. Found out I need peeps for doing these treasure maps so I can craft the flying beds. I will absolutely help you when data center travel is here. I've got a lot of work to do. I got to get other jobs leveled up, man. It's hard having a hobby like this when you also play games, because, I mean, this is taking up my whole night to sit here and do this. Alright, 1 wheel. Two wheels. Almost 2 wheels anyway. Finish these. Alright, oops. And then 57, 58 for these sidebar things right here, okay. Tried out a new dinner from the store. Had a weird aftertaste, so it was a light meal all around. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, man. We had chicken, popcorn chicken that we baked. Oh god, I just dropped it on the floor. Hold on. I have a really bad habit of doing that. Luckily, I have a little curtain thing that Crystal got me for my desk, so at least when it falls, it doesn't go under the desk now. That was always a nightmare. Don't buy meatloaf from the store, oh no. Yeah, I had it's Purdue popcorn chicken. It's actually quite good. I toss it in buffalo, I think it's Buffalo Wild Wings, garlic parmesan sauce, and sometimes hot sauce, sometimes both. And we had that with some mashed potatoes. I don't even remember the last time I had meatloaf. My mom always made it homemade, and it was good. It's been a long time since I've had meatloaf. Meatloaf is really good if it's made well. If it's not made well, then you're eating a meat brick. A flavorless meat brick. Or in Royal's case, you're eating a meat brick with an aftertaste. That's a fucking killer recipe for it. Yeah, that's like my mom. Her meatloafs were really good. It's always nice and juicy, and it's got a lot of seasoning, and it was always a treat. It's funny because like all the things that people hated eating growing up was always stuff that my mom made really good, like meatloaf, spaghetti. For a lot of my friends, spaghetti to them was literally, you know, a jar of sauce. My mom always made homemade sauce from scratch. It was delicious. We always looked forward to having spaghetti, man. I learned how to make that sauce from her, and it is bomb, dude. Crystal loves my sauce. I use it for spaghetti and lasagna and stuff. I like to try brisket too. Brisket's really good. I love me some brisket, some pulled pork, barbecue in general. Yeah, out to these places and try all the food, yeah. Get some barbecue. There's a few barbecue places around here. Well, probably more than a few, but a few that I know of. You can go to Savannah, get some Screamin' Mimi's pizza. Oh yeah. Make a mean chicken noodle soup. I love chicken. I don't even remember the last time I had chicken noodle soup. It's been ages. I think because I always associated chicken noodle soup with being sick. Because, you know, when you're younger and you're sick, your parents give you chicken noodle soup. So, like, I'd associate it with that. And then most of the time I didn't want to eat it otherwise. But then I do, I can put a little money aside, fly out to the south and visit y'all. Yeah, man. You can dream it, you can do it. I know it's hard, though. It is. Putting money away is hard. We always said that we wanted to take like a cross-country road trip because there's so many like state parks and things we want to see. Grand Canyon, you know, big stuff like that. Our country has so many cool natural wonders to see. My parents get to see a lot of cool stuff because of my dad's, job with NASCAR. They're always gone out on the road. So like when my mom started going with him on the road, she would send me pictures of all the states she was driving through and all the cool stuff she was seeing. All right. So my buggy have wheels. Does it literally just go on there like that? Man, I bet you could make it to where these wheels rolled. You absolutely could. If I like somehow pinned those, you could make these wheels roll. But I mean, you're putting it on a base anyway, so why would you really worry about it? Unless you didn't put it on a base. Like, I'm gonna actually drive. I'm gonna drive my buggy. Yeah, I mean, it sits on the big plastic disc like all the other models do, so if you actually base it up, it wouldn't matter if the wheels rolled anyway. I was just thinking, like, if you didn't base it, it would be cool to actually have the buggy be able to roll. You could, I mean, you could do it. All you'd have to do really is drill into here and into the wheel and put some kind of a, axle or whatever that it could spin on, and it would work. But I do like doing the base. Like, doing the bases is part of the fun for me. I like to think of cool and interesting things to put on the bases. Like I did with Snickrot and his little bushes and stuff. I can use some of my spare bits that I have to put some fun stuff on their base. The old Squigbuggy. There we go. Doing the hell of the Warhammer picks. Hey man, that's what I said. Go for it. I enjoy seeing them. Oh, you woke Raven. I see you woke Raven up. Dude, that second edition Warbike's really cool. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll through these really quick. Give me just a minute, guys. Rogue Trader era. Those are cool. I would love to get some of those older models and paint them just because. The Snazwagon's really cool. I really wanted the Snazwagon too, but I feel like I need a Snazwagon now. I've got all these other vehicles. Ooh, Cadians. I love that they're out there in like the grass and shit. That's cool. Good photo ops. Primaris Dread. Yeah, dude, your paint jobs are sick. You're gonna make me feel self-conscious. Oh man, the flash kits are really cool too. I have a bunch of stuff on my wish list for the future, but like the Burnas and Ludas and Burnas, whatever. That's the one that I want to get. It's really cool seeing these older models. Fair bit of Age of Sigmar, but not a lot painted. Yeah, the Age of Sigmar stuff is super cool, but I'm always on the fence about buying stuff. Dude, those things are awesome. I love what you did with the flames and the capes and stuff. That's sick. Oh man, is that the, was it the mausoleum? We were looking at that. Because actually, when we were up visiting, we went to the Games Workshop store and we saw it and we thought it was super cool. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm just scrolling through the rest of these really quick. You've got a huge collection, damn. One day. Someone on YouTube makes really cool dioramas and uses that Warhammer stuff for it. Yeah, I've seen people do like scenes with Warhammer figures that are really cool. That's half of it, damn. That's awesome, man. I said your paint jobs are really good. I think this goes here. Yeah, we thought it was super cool looking. I definitely added that to my want list for the future because that was really cool. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna go right like that. Okay. I guess I need to do both of these at the same time so that it all fits in there nicely. Before that's dry, we'll put the other one in. Yeah, man, I'm gonna seriously be, I gotta get caught up with what I have though. I can't let my pile grow anymore. Granted, a lot of these were gifts, so I can't take full responsibility for them, but I definitely need to work on what I have. Alright, so that's done. Now I just need to do, next part is the other two wheels, easy enough. Is it hard to find like the older models anymore? Like on eBay and stuff? Because it would be really cool to like see what it would be like to paint some of those older models. So I feel like I've seen some at my local store. Just like single models, not like kits, but single models of like older Warhammer stuff. I'll have to look the next time I'm up there. Which will probably be a little bit. I was thinking about going up there the Saturday, the 14th, the day before my birthday, because they are doing a sale where it's like if you buy a couple of paint pots, you get a paint pot for free. So I might go up there and buy some paints, take advantage of the sale. Let's see what else they got. So you can never have too many paints, right? gonna have to get there like right when they open though, because man, if they're doing that sale, a lot of people are gonna come in and get paint. They're probably gonna get wiped out pretty fast. One wheel down. $30 raids, wow. It's 1 AM there, yeah. I think you did good. Got a huge pile of shame. 6K plus points of Marines Death Guard, and I got my orcs not painted, whole lot of guards. Phew! Edmund Kill Team. Shed one of AOS's corn, or Jeesh. Yeah, you've definitely got more than me all the way around. I don't even know how many points I have with anything total. Because like I said, I haven't actually played yet since I just really started getting into things. So I haven't gone through the trouble of actually tallying up the things that I have. And even what I can use, because I know that there's rules on certain units on what you can use, what you can't use. 80% of the Marines and Death Guards are painted. 5 years back in, yeah. They have some of the bits left over from the old days, though. I know I have to keep telling myself that I've only been doing this for 4 months. I can't expect to be anywhere near the level of the people who have been doing it for years. I get so excited about it, you know? Every time I see other people's stuff and I see new stuff and everything, I just like, or I see things that are maybe not new, but I've never seen them before. I get really excited about it. Hey, that's starting to look like a buggy right there. I think there's actually only a few pieces of the buggy left to go, really. A lot of this now is the orcs. Pick up old metal stuff on eBay. I might do that just for fun one day. Try to pick up some old pieces just to paint them, see what it's like. Alright. So now we gotta move on to an orc body. Bodies by Gork. What was it? 30? 30 is the other one I need. That's 34. There's 30. Belly paint stuff is easy to clean. Let's use methylated spirits on plastic and metal, just not on resin, as that melts. Oh, okay. Gotta bang a few bargains on eBay. That's what I was thinking too. eBay would be the place to go. I know King said he got Snickrod on eBay. He was brand new still in the box, which he's not. I don't think he's a super, like he's an older model, but he's not like an old model. He's not that old. What am I looking for now? I'd just go ahead and cut these out. 45, which is arm right here. And then the steering wheel. Where are you, steering wheel? There you are, 15. I need to find a way to sharpen these things because they're definitely getting dull. Alright, we'll stop with that for right now. This thing is so cool, man. Really, really cool model. I'm gonna have fun painting it for sure. The squigs especially, because like I already planned with my Beast Snagga boys to do like my squigs were gonna be a bunch of different colors, because I just figured that would be cool. And plus, when I played Warhammer Online, the squigs were always like a bunch of different colors, purples and reds and oranges and whatever, so figured why not do the same here. Do some multicolored squigs. It'll be really good for this too, so it's not just a big blob of red or whatever. Blade for that. There's a big chunk of plastic right there. So here's doing crafty shit. I appreciate it, man. I know everyone's doing their own thing, and it's not like this is super riveting to watch. Like I said, I'm more so I'm streaming it just because it gives me the opportunity to chill with you guys and chat while I'm doing it. For the nights where I'm not quite feeling up to painting. Have to clean up his shoulder there a little bit. Pieces like these are tough because it's got the little studs on the steering wheel, but then there's a mold line in between them. Who eBay bargain I got after I clean and prime them. Current work in progress. Let's see. Still produced by GW now in resin. 20 each for the weird boy. Need big size here. Those are really cool. That's awesome. I love the dude with the banner. It's really cool. They're all really cool. I'm an orc fiend, so give me orcs. Yeah, I don't really understand the difference between, like, I know that they're updating the models, because the big thing I saw, you know, they're making new orc boys. They shared some pictures of some of the new orc boy designs. And like Gaz, I knew that Gaz had a few different models, because I remember when I looked up originally, to try to find some ideas for painting him, I saw the other models and I was like, oh, he's obviously been around in other forms for a while. So, I mean, do you just like try to have a bit of everything, or is there like a method to what you decide to get? So I know some people buy purely based on what they want in their army, or, you know, their army composition. Put them together for a minute. 3 official Gaz models and 1 which was used as a Gaz model before he got a model. Gotcha. Alright, Kami. Get some sleep, get some rest. Have a good rest of your night. I'm sure we will chat with you tomorrow. I started buying when I had back in the early 90s. Oh, okay. I always wonder what to buy because on one hand, I just want to buy what I think is cool and what I want to paint, but then on the other hand, I'm like, I need to buy stuff that is actually like gonna be good for playing with. But then I never really know exactly what's good for playing with because I don't know how the game works fully yet. Alright, so we've got work body. You gotta put his arm on. I guess we'll put the steering wheel on first and then we'll put his arm on, so. Looks like it just fits right in there, okay. Alright, you fit in there so nicely before, don't be a pain now. Hey, what's up, Acid? How you doing, man? Orcs, I think it's more about the fun than winning. Even if you have an amazing list with orcs, you're not guaranteed to win. So you can shoot a lot of opponents. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason why I chose orcs, just because I love orcs. Always have, you know? Even before I was into the tabletop, I've always enjoyed things like Dawn of War and, you know, Warhammer Online and all that stuff. And I've always been a big fan of orcs. So for me, like, when I decided to get into this, it was a no-brainer that I wanted to do orcs. Well, isn't Eternal Crusade the one that's shutting down, like, next month? Oh, we got part of a little driver here. This thing's got a little heavy out of nowhere. Have enough Marines and Death Guard to have a competitive list, or should we consider there's something fun about orcs? Yeah. I mean, I just picked Chaos Space Marines because, again, I thought they were cool for, like, something else to work on. Death Guard are super cool, too. Play orcs before it does. I tried to play Eternal Crusade once a couple weeks ago when I couldn't find a match. It's like nobody was playing. Some rocket boys. I think I have one boy with a rocket launcher. I don't have the Storm Boys, if that's what you're talking about. I don't have any of those. Storm Boys are cool, just because they launch into the sky with no regard for anything. Yeah, I have Storm Boys on my wish list, but I don't have any yet. What do I need? I need 39. What's 39? It's his other arm. Okay. There's several arms. There's 39. Yeah, I'll get some Storm Boys eventually. If for no other reason, just to have them, because I don't know if they're actually any good to play with, but... his hit is 49. Of course, it's the one right in the middle. The other two heads. Yeah, I've got some shooter boys. I've got one heavy shooter boy up here somewhere. Where the hell is he? I don't know where I put him. I got one. I'm having to hold him down here because that's where focus is. Because if I bring it up here, then I have to adjust my focus. And he's all dusty too, because they've been sitting up here for a hot minute. Oh no, he fell over. Came back up. Keeps tipping over when I try to put him up there. All the DACA. You and my glass cabinet, I'm slowly getting dusty, yeah. I just have a shelf up here with all of them on my desk, so they get dusty. Little squig in his hand. Hmm? I love squigs too. Part of the reason why I think I like the new orcs so much, because all the squigs. Cat's cat here and doesn't need more shelf space. currently my death card system a travel pack, yeah. Yeah, we've got the cat and the dog, so I definitely have that floating around too. But when I pick them up, it's mostly just the dust that I notice settled on top of them. Need to get one of those little rechargeable air dusters so I can just pick a model up and blow the dust off of it real quick. I hate having to cut stuff off the faces. I'm always so paranoid that I'm gonna put a gouge in his face. And then he won't have a pretty boy face anymore. Old metal squigs from the first edition were epic. Quite a few different varieties, really. I don't think I've ever seen them. I just have always thought the squigs were really cool. Ever since I played Warhammer Online. Shame there's only a couple of different squigs now in plastic. There's loads of different squigs. I'm gonna have to look and see what the older ones look like. Yeah, I know when in Warhammer Online there was all kinds of different squigs. There was like the horn squigs, the spiky squigs, the gas squigs. There's a bunch of different kinds. Alright, so... Other arm goes about right about there. Yep, push too hard. I'll probably be ending here in a few. I thought I'd be able to finish all this before I had to end, but this is definitely taking longer than I anticipated. The buggy part's for the most part done. There's only a couple more pieces to the buggy that go on. It's mainly putting all the orcs and stuff together. But I don't like to have the stream on too late because I have to clean everything up. All my streaming gear and stuff. And that's a hassle if I'm on too late. I'm always so torn with what to do because sometimes I like to paint the heads by themselves just so I can do a better job. But I mean, for these guys, it's going to be kind of hard to leave all their heads separate and then go back in later and glue their heads on. I think I might just have to suck it up and do the best I can. They ain't gotta be perfect. And there's like 6 orcs on a buggy. I don't think it's gonna matter if they don't all look picture perfect. Too much on there. Oh, don't fall off. I just sometimes am too much of a perfectionist with this stuff, and I want everything to look super detailed and perfect when it doesn't necessarily need to. The most I might do is actually leave the orcs out of the buggy and just like paint them by themselves and then glue them into the buggy just to make it easier. Because I mean, once he's down like in here, it's gonna be really hard to paint him. That's basically what it'll look like, sitting right there. I'll pick all that up in a minute. Do you have to pick up the 1991 catalog? Let me look. Runt, herds, runts, and squigs. Oh yeah, wow, there's a lot of different kinds. Well, maybe now that they're doing like the beast nagas and stuff, maybe they'll do more squigs. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Yeah, Squig 7, I don't know what that's about. It's like an ostrich squig or something. Yeah, big bird squig. Alright guys, well I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night now. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm gonna try to pack up all my... When I stream over here, I've got like my laptop set up on a little tray, like everything hooked to the camera and everything else, so it's like a big to-do to take everything down for the night. So I like to try to allow myself a little extra time before it gets too late to do that, but we'll go ahead and set him down in here so you can get an idea kind of that, and then that is pretty much our progress thus far. So, I mean, the buggy is mostly together, just got another door and a few other pieces to go, and then of course all the other orcs and grots that are going to be on this thing. I think it's going to look really cool, so good stuff, good stuff. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I don't know for sure if we'll be streaming tomorrow or not. It'll just gotta play it by ear because work's gonna be super busy for me for the next like week plus. I gotta work through the weekend and everything, so please bear with me. I'm gonna try to keep up streaming as much as I can. But yeah, thank you guys. Royal, thank you again for the bits. Everybody for just hanging out. And if we see you tomorrow, we see you tomorrow. If not, I'll be in Discord. You guys know the drill. Have a good one, friends, and I will talk to you all later.